Okay, so we spent the first part talking about all these great shared housing programs.
Yeah, really inspiring stuff.
It is. But now I think it's time to dig a little deeper.
Okay, yeah. Where do we go from here?
Like, how do we actually make this happen in our community?
Right. How do we take all this inspiration and turn it into action?
Exactly.
Well, I think a good place to start is to look at the specific strategies that these programs are using. Okay, yeah, what's actually working?
Right. What's the secret sauce that's making them so successful?
Yeah, because we can't just admire them from afar.
We got to figure out how to replicate that success.
Okay, so let's go back to Micah and Fredericksburg.
Okay, Micah.
I'm still really stuck on those deal breaker discussions they do.
Oh, yeah, those are really
I
interesting.
mean, it seems so simple,
Yeah,
but so brilliant.
it is.
To just get everything out on the table up front.
Right. Address those potential conflicts before they even become problems.
Exactly. And it really shows how committed they are to client choice.
Yeah, giving people a voice in their living situation.
Right, because it's not just about finding people a place to live.
It's about creating a home where they feel comfortable and respected.
Yeah, where they feel like they have some control.
Exactly, because for a lot of folks who've experienced homelessness, they may have felt powerless for a long time.
Yeah, they may have had to make a lot of compromises just to survive.
Right, so giving them choices in this context can be really empowering.
It's like they're reclaiming their agency.
Exactly, and I think that's a key ingredient for long-term success.
Okay, so we've got choice, we've got empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
What else is making these programs tick?
Well, I think another important factor is strong partnerships.
Partnerships.
Yeah, like with landlords, for example.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about Columbus House.
Columbus House, yeah, with their amazing network of over 600 landlords.
I mean, how do you even build that kind of network?
It takes time, it takes effort.
It takes trust.
Absolutely.
Landlords have to know that you're reliable.
That you're going to take care of their properties.
Right, that you're going to be there to support both the tenant and the landlord.
And I think Columbus House does a great job of that.
They do.
They're very proactive about addressing any issues that come up.
Yeah, and they have that client-centered approach to conflict resolution.
Right, so they're not picking sides.
They're trying to find solutions that work for everyone, which ultimately benefits the program as a whole.
Right, because the more successful those shared housing arrangements are.
The more likely landlords are to participate.
Exactly, it's a win-win.
Okay, now let's talk about Bay Area Community Services.
Yeah, BACS.
BACS in Oakland.
Yeah, they're doing some incredible work.
I'm still blown away by their return to homelessness rate.
Under 12%, it's amazing.
It is.
Makes you wonder what their secret is.
Right. Is it their location?
Is it the population they're serving?
Is it their approach?
I mean, it's probably a combination of factors.
It's probably not one magic bullet.
No, but there are definitely lessons to be learned.
Okay, well, one thing that really stands out to me about BACS is their focus on honoring existing relationships.
Oh, yeah, that's huge.
Like letting people move into shared housing with people they already know and trust.
It makes the transition so much easier.
And less scary.
Because you're not going into it alone.
Right, you've got your support system right there with you.
And that can make all the difference in the world.
And they use that SAMHSA 8 Dimensions of Wellness framework.
Right, which really emphasizes that holistic approach.
Yeah, it's not just about housing, it's about well-being.
It's about addressing the whole person.
All those different aspects of a person's life.
Their physical health, their mental health, their social connections, their financial stability.
It's really impressive.
It is. They're not just checking boxes.
They're really investing in their clients.
Okay, so we've got choice, we've got partnerships, we've got a holistic approach.
What else are we seeing in these successful programs?
Well, I think another key ingredient is a strong organizational culture.
Culture.
Yeah, like at Self Inc.
Yeah.
in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah, they're doing amazing work with people with behavioral health issues.
And they have that really impressive 91% housing retention rate after 6 months.
Which is incredible.
It really is.
Especially considering the challenges the population often faces.
Right. They're dealing with a lot of complex issues.
So how do they do it?
Well, I think it starts with their commitment to creating a compassionate and supportive environment.
Both for their clients and for their staff.
Exactly. They recognize that everyone needs to feel safe and respected.
And they prioritize things like staff training and communication.
So that everyone's on the same page and equipped to provide high-quality care.
It's really a team effort.
It is, and I think that's something we see in all of these successful programs.
It's not just one person or one strategy.
It's a combination of factors.
It's a commitment to collaboration.
To innovation.
To putting people first.
Yeah, that's really the common thread.
It's about seeing people as individuals.
Recognizing their strengths.
and believing in their potential,
And when you do that,
amazing things can happen.
yeah, it's truly inspiring.
It is, and it makes you wonder. We've been talking about how successful shared housing programs are really making a difference,
Hmm.
but it makes you think, right, what if this wasn't just for people transitioning out of homelessness?
Yeah, what if it was just like a normal housing option for anyone?
Like, what if when you were apartment hunting, shared housing was right there on the list with studios and one bedrooms and all that?
It could really change things, especially with how expensive everything is getting.
It would make housing so much more affordable, especially in those cities where it feels like you need to win the lottery to find a decent place.
Exactly. Like right now, we're so stuck on this idea that is one person or one family per apartment. But what if we change that? What if we started thinking about housing more like a community thing?
Yeah, it's not like it's a brand new idea. People have been sharing living spaces forever.
It's true. And, a lot of people are starting to realize that the way we're doing housing now, it's isolating, it's bad for the planet, and it's just way too expensive. Shared housing could help with all of that.
Totally. It's like we're rediscovering that we don't have to do everything alone. We can share resources, look out for each other, and create a more sustainable way of life.
Think about what could happen if architects and developers got on board with this. They could design these amazing co-living spaces with shared gardens, work areas, maybe even communal kitchens.
Yeah, it's like a whole new way to live where collaboration and supporting each other are built in.
It would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it?
It would. It kind of feels like we're already starting to move in this direction. Think about co-working spaces and those co-living places that are popping up, especially for younger folks.
It's like we're realizing that we need each other. That old saying about it takes a village, right?
Exactly. And it's about those basic human needs, autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Shared housing can actually support all of those if it's done right.
Totally. People have more control over their lives. They can learn new skills and contribute to the household, and they've got built-in social connections.
It's not all sunshine and roses, of course. Not everyone's comfortable with sharing their space. And we need to figure out how to make sure people are compatible, how to handle disagreements, and how to make sure everyone's rights are respected.
You're right. It wouldn't be perfect. It would take a lot of planning and really good design, and everyone would need to be committed to talking things out.
But I think it's worth it, don't you? Like, the benefits are just so huge that we have to at least explore it.
I agree. We can't just keep doing things the same way and expect different results. It's time to think outside the box.
Maybe someday shared housing will be just as normal as renting an apartment.
That would be amazing.
Well, this deep dive has been incredible. We learned about all these amazing programs that are already making shared housing work.
Yeah, and we started to imagine what the future of housing could look like if we really embrace this idea.
So to everyone listening, we hope this has inspired you to learn more about shared housing in your own community. Maybe there are organizations doing great work that you could support.
And maybe you can even start advocating for policies that make shared housing more accessible and appealing.
It all starts with being aware and then taking action. So keep learning, keep asking questions, and keep pushing for a better future.
Because a better future is possible.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into shared housing.
Until next time.